Just be a moment. And come on, blue line. Hey everyone, and welcome to Chef AJ and Friends. I'm your host, Chef AJ, and my friend today, well, she's actually a friend. Her name is Stacey Heiny. She's beautiful, and she has a contribution to the bundle. This is the start date, the kickoff date of the 2025 annual Vegan Health Bundle, and for only 10 days, you can get over $5,500 worth of wonderful content from your favorite vegan doctors, influencers, health coaches. That if purchased separately, it would be over $5,500 for a mere $49. You have over 83 distinct courses, ebooks, just hundreds of recipes, actually thousands of recipes, almost 100 hours of just video content. And today, Stacey's going to make high protein pizza bites 2 ways and tell you what she has in the bundle. Please welcome Stacey Heiny. How are you? I haven't seen you since New Jersey.
I know. I've been good. It's 2025. We're here. It's the Vegan Health Bundle launch. I'm super excited to share this amazing resource with everybody, and also share some different ways to make high protein pizza bites, which you mentioned. And then also, AJ, you said there's over 100 hours almost of
Well, I
video.
don't know. I mean, I'm not good at math, but I can tell you that, like,
That's a lot. That's a
okay,
lot.
I know that, for example, like my contribution was 6 hours. Kathy Hester's was 5 hours. Dr. McDougall's was 18 hours. So that's 30. And then we did another video. I mean, there's a
And
lot of
I did a
hours of
mini.
video. I mean, you're,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I did a mini. My course is a mini video course called the High Raw Revival, and it is a way to help people eat plant-based, but also incorporate more raw foods, even if they have a sensitive gut like I do. I have IBS, and so sometimes eating a whole bunch of raw foods doesn't really sit well with me. So I wanted to make a mini video course for people to be able to lean more in on raw foods without it being overwhelming. And so there's some more hours to the video course content. It sounds like there's just so many amazing resources, and I can't wait to talk about some of the favorites that I have found in the bundle so far. But before we do that, I want to show you one version of the 2 ways that I'm going to make the high protein pizza bites. And the first version is using lentil crust. And so what I'm doing is actually I show you how to make a lentil crust, which is super high protein and very, very simplistic. But look at these. I made little bites out of them. So I turn them into little circles to make little pizza bites, kind of like the pizza bagel thing
Adorable.
that I used to eat by the box when I was a kid, when I was stuck in the pleasure trap. And these are not going to get you caught in the pleasure trap, but I do need to pop these in the oven to warm up. So I'm going to make these first, but I show how to make this lentil pizza crust in the High Raw Revival that's in the 2025 Vegan Health Bundle. And I make it on a sheet pan in the course. But today, again, I made it into these little shapes, and you can do squares, you can do full sheet pan, lots of different versions. You can also make it thick and thin, depending on how crunchy you want it to be or how bready you like it. But this is a way for people to kind of steer out of the whole grain crust concept and get more into the high protein if they're looking for ways to get protein into their diet as a plant-based eater. And I particularly love using lentils and beans in pastas and in crackers and breads like this. So it's really, really great. So what I'm going to do, I already pre-made these crusts, obviously, and it's so simple to put these together. I have this homemade tomato paste that I made from our farm-grown tomatoes, and so the flavor is just absolutely phenomenal. And I'm just going to spread that on top of these little crusts. You can make it as thick or as thin as you want to, but I love tomato paste. I absolutely love it. I love tomato sauce, all things tomatoes. So I like to kind of go heavy-handed on them. And so I'll just do 3 to show you before I pop a few in the oven. But what we're also going to put on top of these is nutritional yeast. Now, some people they've said, maybe I don't like nutritional yeast. Maybe it causes me a little bit of digestive discomfort. But guess what, Chef AJ? I found this amazing brand called Nutrilicious. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it is by Glorious Vegan, and everybody needs to know about this. This is actually a nutritional yeast flake. It doesn't have anything added to it, so no fortification, but it's actually tested for candida. So it actually, like some people who say, they can't have nutritional yeast because they maybe have yeast issues. This is actually tested for candida. So it's candida free, nutritional yeast, single source, and very high protein. You guys, 1 tablespoon of this nutritional yeast is 4 grams of protein. So just a few tablespoons on top of this lentil crust just drives the protein factor up and gives you a good source of different B vitamins, even though it's unfortified. And nutritional yeast is also really high in potassium, and it also is a good iron source. So if people are not using nutritional yeast yet to make things taste cheesy, that's something that they should consider doing.
Very
All right.
cool. Nice.
So I've got these little bites with the tomato paste and the nutritional yeast, and then you have all the fixin' options. I have a little bit of marinated, chopped balsamic vinegar mushrooms. Totally, you can just customize these any way you want to. You could also, if you really, really wanted more protein, you could do like tempeh crumbles, or I found this new fava bean tofu. So it's actually a soy-free tofu. And for somebody that has a sensitive gut, I actually am really loving it, and it's low fat as well. So you could do crumbles of that on top. Chef AJ, I know you're not like a big like tofu type person. Neither am I really, but have you heard of this fava bean tofu?
I haven't heard of the fava bee one. I've heard of hemp fu, and I've heard of a tofu made out of hemp seed, and pump fu, a tofu made
Yeah,
out of pumpkin seeds.
right,
It's
right.
hard to find, but it's not that I don't like tofu, it's that I'm allergic to soy. But that sounds very intriguing what you're
It's
mentioning.
incredible. I'll show you it once I pop these in the oven, just to show you. But I'm also going to put some a little bit of bell pepper on there, and that's it, because I'm going to put some raw stuff on top of it to make it kind of that high raw concept. But I'm going to pop these in the oven. I'm going to grab the tofu, and then we'll continue on our conversation.
And if you
So
guys want to get the bundle from Stacey, I'm putting her unique link. Each bundle contributor has their own link. So if you'd like to get it from Stacey, I am putting it in the chat, the show notes, and of course it's right under the YouTube video if you just click the little button more. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'll put it in the chat as well.
So everybody needs to know about this. If you are lucky enough to find this in your health food stores near you, get it and try it out. This is actually a fat-free fava bean tofu that has, if you eat the whole package, which actually is kind of easy to do, it has like 64 grams of protein in it, and it's just fava beans. It's incredible. It's made by Big Mountain Foods, and it's called soy-free tofu in a pink box. And I live in Indiana, and I can't believe that I actually found it. Usually, these cool types of foods are found in like California and more like, I don't know, not in Indiana. I would say,
That's
but I found
awesome.
it, and I'm really excited about it. So people need to know about that. Okay, so I'm going to take a break from the cooking demo and then go back to it at the very end and show you the raw version, the completely raw version. And now we're going to talk more about the bundle. So let's get into what I'm loving and what I can't wait to learn about in the bundle. So I have found multiple submissions into the bundle that are actually focused on weight loss. And I know so many people are struggling with metabolic dis-ease. And I think that weight loss is one of those driving factors. And I'm very excited to see that the broccoli mom is in the bundle this year. She has a maximum weight loss recipe book. And if people don't know about her yet, they need to follow her. She follows more of like a higher starch, lower fat, plant-based way of living. And it really has been a miraculous transformation for her life. And I think that if people can grasp that concept and understand that they can eat in abundance, and learn how to do that while losing weight, it's going to really, really empower them. So I'm super excited about that submission. I'm also really, really excited about Chef James Sant. He has his Delightful Desserts class, and he is just gourmet to the max. He is such an amazing chef and creates the most beautiful food. And it's always super antioxidant rich. A lot of it is more like high raw. And he has that dessert class. So I'm going to dive into that. I can't wait for that. Another sweet treat that I found is Chef Julia Dunaway's whole food plant-based cookies. So I know our son Cohen will totally love that. We can never get enough cookies. So I'm super excited about that one. I'm also excited about Courtney Soma. I don't know her yet, but I look forward to meeting her. She did the 6-week strength training, and I just turned 40, and I'm like, all right, I need to focus a little bit more on maintaining my muscle mass as I age. So I want to check that 6-week strength training out. I really like the fact that this bundle is multi-dimensional in its approach to wellness. You know, it's not just food. We've got mindfulness and strength and fitness and so many other things in this bundle. So speaking of that, Sid Notter did her submission, label reading video course. Everybody needs to understand how to eat foods that are more health promoting. If they're going to choose packaged foods, they need to read the label properly. And that is a really huge key factor to getting out of the pleasure trap, which I cover in my course. Because if you want to kind of downregulate your taste buds, you need to learn about how to understand how much sodium should be in your packaged food, and just how much fiber, etc. So I'm very excited to see that resource is in there for people on their health journey. I'm also excited to see that Dr. Patrice High put in sleep weight loss ebook, because sleep is incredibly important, not only for weight loss, but also for metabolic health in general, and also for stress levels. So if people are just walking around feeling like they need to caffeinate and overstimulate because they are not getting good sleep, this is going to be an incredible resource. Also, doctors Rick and Karen Dina put in the powerhouse smoothies. I think everybody needs to know how to make a good smoothie, especially if they feel like they don't have enough time to eat healthy food. Smoothies can be one of those best on-the-go foods that I think can really keep people on track.
Yeah, and
Elspeth,
did you know that Nate Maris has a 300-page smoothie book in the
I
bundle?
did see that. And I was like, well, which one should I talk about? So there's 2 resources with many smoothies. And then also in my High Raw Revival course in the bundle, I do also just talk about smoothie basics in there too. So everybody has different ways of doing the smoothie thing, but really just knowing that you can get so much nutrition in just by packing some ingredients in a blender, blending it up, putting it in a cup, and on you go with your day is really empowering, you know? And then Elspeth, she did the sweet and savory summer. So as we approach summer, I'm really excited about that. I'm also very intrigued by Tammy and Shada's contribution, the cream cheese and crackers. I love crackers. I love crunchy things, and they have plant-based cheeses and dips in there, which sounds really tantalizing to the taste buds. So I'm excited about that. There's also a plant-based for weight loss in menopause from Petra Korn. So a lot of women my age and like from 40s to 50s are struggling right now, premenopausal and going through menopause, and they are gaining weight, and they want to know how to avoid that. So that's something that I'm excited about. And then a few more. I'm excited about Lissa from Raw Food Romance, her Align and Awaken Affirmation Meditation Challenge. Just leaning into meditation can really help you reduce your stress and even get better sleep, which we've already covered today. And then Tim Kaufman, he has the Veggie Burger Mastery. And I need to know how to master veggie burgers, because I used to do them all the time, but they were super high in fat. They were made from mostly sunflower seeds, and that's okay. But I want to learn different ways to make veggie burgers that I can kind of batch cook, and put them in my freezer and have them all the time. So those are some of my favorite contributions to the bundle, but there's many, many more, and I could go on because there's 83 contributions to pick from. There's something for everybody. So a little bit more about what I did for the bundle. I said I did a mini video course. It's called the High Raw Revival. Again, I want people to be able to lean into both cooked and raw foods in their whole plant form as a way to help them on their health journey and to be able to make it a sustainable way of eating. And for me, in my past life, I was incredibly addicted to processed food and sugar. And I learned how to get out of that pleasure trap, which we've learned so much about from Dr. Doug Lisle and Dr. Goldhammer, and you, Chef AJ. And all of the recipes that I created are whole food, plant-based, and free of added salt, oil, and sugar, but they still taste really, really good with the addition of different spices and different ways of cooking methods to help enhance flavors. And now I am living out of the pleasure trap and helping other people do the same. And really, I just want people to get out of that struggle state, because I remember being depressed and anxious and being medicated for both of those when really it was just the food that was causing so many problems. So how are we doing on time, Chef AJ?
You have about 8 minutes left. And I just want to let people know that they have a whole year to download the bundle, but I recommend that they don't wait a year to do it.
Yes, indeed. Just dive right in, see all the things that really intrigue you and just download those, make sure they're up on your computer, print some of the ebooks off so that you have them like on your countertop, and optimize your environment. Just get going. Spring is right around the corner, and how about by springtime, you are eating in a whole new way, and you're finding your groove, and you're using these resources to help you. I suggest giving this to yourself as a spring gift, and just spring clean out your kitchen and your life, and just start new and feel good. Okay,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna pull out my
Get yourself one of these, because I did a demonstration at 7, but I didn't have one handy. It's a great way to just have it all the time after you download it. And it's a great gift for people too, especially people just getting started or need some help with you could just, I mean, for what you would pay for maybe 2 books, you're getting like 80 books basically, plus video courses. So
incredible. It's incredible. It's such an amazing deal. And the people who have purchased the bundles, in the past are still going through the resources. They're like, this is just incredible. There's so many things. And people have been still messaging me from years past saying, oh, I tried this recipe. Oh, I tried this one. Have you tried that? And I'm like, no, I haven't tried that one, because there's thousands of recipes to choose from. But now I've got to put it on my list to try. There's even batch cooking in the bundle. And then there's nice cream. I also cover nice cream in my course. If people don't know how to make nice cream, that's going to change your life, because I used to be the girl that would be eating not just 1 pint, but going in for the second pint, at 10 p.m.
there's a nice cream book by Professor Timmery Hagenberger.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
There's on the show, and she puts things like chickpeas and vegetables and all kinds of.
Wow. Yeah. There's another way to get that protein, even in your desserts. Broccoli Mom is good at that too. She does desserts with a lot of like chickpeas and tofu and stuff like that. But okay, so now I'm going to show you the second way of making the high protein pizza bites. So the lentil ones are done. I am going to sprinkle a little bit of raw tomato on top and a little bit of green onion. I really love raw onion, all different varieties of raw onion, and they're just so health promoting. And so I'm going to do that just to make it pretty. You could also put fresh basil on top. The sky is truly the limit. Okay, now I have these flax crackers. I actually scored this sheet right here into 4 so that I could make them larger. But I made, and I give the recipe in my High Raw Revival for flax crackers, and mine are very vegetable heavy. So there's a lot of like tomato and onion and herbs in my flax crackers, and that's going to be the base of the other version of the high protein pizza bites. Now I am going to use my cooked tomato paste, but you could totally, if you want it to be completely raw, you could use just sun-dried tomatoes blended in the Vitamix with a little bit of water and make your own raw tomato paste. If you want, again, it to be completely raw, but we're using that as the sauce. And then I'm just going to go in with the raw tomatoes and the raw green onion. And then I'm going to top it with some sprouts. So in my course, I also show how to sprout, just the basics of sprouting. And I'm going to use alfalfa sprouts on this one because they're so delicate. So they're just beautiful. And I think they make a great garnish. But all types of sprouts are so fun, especially on like raw applications. And you're getting the protein from the flax seed crust in this one. Again, you could totally sprinkle it with some like extra hemp seeds or extra nutritional yeast if you want to do that. But those are my two versions, my higher protein pizza bites. And I feel like I should take a bite. I'm going to do the raw one with the alfalfa. And I have lipstick.
Yum. That looks delicious.
It's really, really, really good. The tomato in the flax cracker really gives it so much flavor. And again, I add some secret spices that you need to know about. And you're only going to learn about them in my course. So you've got to get the bundle to get the High Raw Revival course. And that is my demo. Now I have our son, Cohen. Do you want to try it out? You want to try it out? Because, you know, kids are the like ultimate. They're going to be the ultimate.
So pretty. What's in the dish next to you that looks like macaroni and cheese from where I'm sitting?
Yellow bell pepper.
Oh, hi, Cone. Good to see you.
Cohen loves Chef AJ. All right. So do you want to try the raw one first? Yes. You got to be honest. You like it? You want to try that one? He really likes these lentil crusts. This is a great thing for like kids' lunch boxes too. I send him to co-op a few times a week and they can, you know, you can bake the lentil crust into crackers and just, you like that one better or the raw one? It's a hard decision, I know, right? Sometimes we'll even, yep.
Stacey Ells, who's watching live, says, these all look so good, but I'm just fighting to lose weight. It just seems impossible.
Oh gosh, not with the bundle. I highly suggest leaning in again on some of the weight loss resources in the bundle. No, this is not hot. This is the Italian, oil-free Italian. Oh, you want some on top? If we can just break free from the pleasure trap, that's going to be the biggest thing for weight loss. I immediately dropped pounds of inflammation when I got off of the pleasure trap and I understood about how the outside world and the food world is keeping people so stuck. So just the concept of getting empowered by making more homemade foods from all of these resources, it's going to really help you. And if you can stick to the homemade foods and kind of break free from the restaurant and fast food stuff out there, it's going to really, really help you on your journey.
Yeah, and there's a question if there's a Ninja Creamy recipe. So we do have an ice cream book, 31 flavors from Tim Marie Hengeberger, and you can use your Ninja Creamy for this it's brand new book in the bundle. Well, any last questions for Stacey or Cone? And we are doing this every half hour for 4 shows a day approximately. So I do need 5 minutes to reset. So unfortunately, you got to come back in if you want to see the next 3 shows, just because I want everybody's link to be on their show so that you can get it from them so that they get the credit for the sale. So
my favorite.
Cohen says his favorite is the cooked one, the lentil crust. And we put an oil-free Italian seasoning, Italian dressing on top, which actually really, really amplifies the flavor. And
that's what makes it.
That's what really makes it, right? It's because that like that balsamic tang on top. It's that acid. That acid balances it all. It really does. So in my ebook, very last but not least, guys, I give my free soft book. So in addition to the recipes that you're going to get in the High Raw Revival, you're also going to get a ton of oil-free, whole food, plant-based dips, dressing, and sauces to just get you on your way. And they're all health promoting and weight loss friendly too.
Okay.
So AJ, I appreciate you having us.
Thanks. Quick question, then I got to reset. What is Cone's favorite thing that you cook? And Cone, you can answer that.
Mm, mac and cheese, soups, this,
Nice. You guys are
and anything with chocolate.
you guys are great doing it. Thank you so much. It's so great to see you, Stacey. And if you like Stacey, and how could you not like Stacey and Cone, get the link from them. It's right below, and come back in just a few minutes for Jennifer Diamond with her new book, Give Plants a Chance.